Very, very important that we just recognize we've got two incredible people with us on the call. We are very fortunate to have support from these individuals, and you would have already seen Mr. James Zheng and Mr. Dana Harper, who are both on the call, who are not based in Australia, New Zealand, and making themselves available to be able to support our efforts as we go along. And so the format reason for today's call is I guess, primarily the lead up to our March event on the Gold Coast. In addition, we're turning the corner of a new year, and it's traditional, I guess, to be able to take a moment this year to reflect, look at, plan, adjust, set some goals before the year ahead, and really decide on where this year is going to take each of us. And so primarily that's the intent to set it up. And so without further ado, for the sake of brevity, respect everybody's time as we possibly can, I would like to hand over very quickly to Mr. James Zheng. We haven't known him for a long time. It's only been 6 or 7 months in this business. We have already seen the heart of someone who is deadly serious about helping other people. You can't always say that about those you've been in the business world. So we're very grateful to have an individual such as James and indeed Mr. Dana Harper. Mr. Dana Harper, many of you may know from history. So without further ado, thank you so much, James, for being on. I'll hand over to you.
Thank you. Such an honor. Hey, everybody. Let's give a big wave or throw a 5 in the chat so you can hear us. And wow, first one like this in our Aussie and Kiwi friends, and happy 2025. And I just want to start with honor. The reason why we're doing this call is because you guys have been keeping us super busy, right? The way that areas and markets expand is because there is a group of leaders that say, let's go do this. And there's just so much action from every single one of you that we just cannot deny that we need to do something, right? And that's the right way to do it. So congratulations to everybody. There's just been such a collaboration of people. I've known people like Estasi Pozan, one of our officers here for years, Fina Toscano. She is one of our newest Partners Council members. So congratulations to Fina, by the way, if you saw that. And thank you for serving us in this endeavor as well. Lucia started out New Zealand and is one of our vice presidents. And now our newly inducted Partners Council members are Rick and Janeane. Come on, I know they don't like recognition, but we have to recognize this. This is big. What that means is they represent every single one of you, and they're making decisions, leading the charge and everything. And all the other amazing promotions. Like I could just go down the line, and we've just been seeing that. So our goal of today is to start really helping you speed up your goals to be able to achieve what you want. I'm curious, who here, we just did a big vision statement campaign. Who here did that live, right? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments if you did it. It was scary, right? It was like, oh my gosh, it was very out of your comfort zone. But we saw so many of you do that. And I hope that you continue to look at that. So we talk about a vision, but we also need the vehicle as well. So now that we did the vision, what we want to introduce to you is how do you actually get it done? And there's many different ways to be successful with it. Jody, it was scary, but you did it. It was so fun seeing you on camera. But I want to introduce to you a concept that will simplify how to actually run your business so that you can get to $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month or $1,000 a week. I've seen a lot of those goals and a lot of those income statements. And how is that? Well, you might want to jot this down, or you might want to take a picture of this. I'll have it in our boards and everything. But we have a simple roadmap. All right. Now, to introduce how this works, I'll just share a story. So it's literally been 1 year. Many of you probably are aware of a leadership duo named Cindy McKnight and Lindsay Yoakum. So literally 1 year ago to this day, they launched their Partner Co business. And their background, they came and they had built over $60 million of sales and a team of 25,000. Who here wouldn't mind even a fraction of that in your business, right? So they're really good at duplication. So when we partnered, they asked me the question, how do you figure out this compensation plan? Anyone else get confused by the compensation plan? Right? You're like, I know it pays. You see it in your paycheck, but how does it exactly work? Right? So they broke down a simple idea and we started running with this roadmap. And fast forward a year later, them and so many of our teammates have run this. You see, I'll introduce you again to Dana, Harper in just a bit. CEOs. This is crazy. That means that's a lot. That's multiple six-figure income. Cindy and Lindsay also hit CEO. And we've seen multiple of their people that had varying levels of success in their business prior, but when they followed the simple blueprint, they didn't know exactly how they got paid, but they knew they got paid super well. And I'll be honest, we've seen multiple people within 1 year, actually 3 months, 6 months, be able to achieve $10,000 a month and more. Who here would love it if by Gold Coast, you could see that you're about to make or you're already making $10,000 extra a month, right? Like that's the type of roadmap that we want to get to. And it doesn't require any crazy math. So what is it? Simplicity is key. 4 steps. Number 1, this is everyone's goal. And I want to challenge everybody to do this as soon as possible, which is called 3 and free. What does this mean? If you sell 3 of any product in Partner Co., but let's just talk about the drops. Who here is loving your day and night drops? I actually have them. I've been using them. Like I don't know if I can say this, but I might like them better than the United States version. You know why? Because you only need to take the night one once. We have to take ours twice, and I'm lazy. So this has that. So it's really good. Don't tell anyone I said that though. But anywho, day and night drops. Fantastic. So imagine you sold 3 of them through either a link or like Jody, for example. I heard she sells them at full retail. I'd say you sell them at $250 Australian. If you sell 3 of them, you make more than more than enough to just buy 1 set of drops for yourself. Okay. So sell 3, you get 1 for free. So that's the first step. Why is this important? Lindsay Yoakum, she came from a company that did $1 billion of sales. And that company blew up because they focused on a 3 and free type of model. So step number 1 is to focus on that. Now, many of you, by the way, who here's already sold at least 3 sets of product? Put 3 in the comments if you've done that before already, right? Like, I think many of us have. So congratulations to that. Yeah, it's kind of like you follow our systems and it's just going to happen if you haven't followed them and you're going to get there. But we're redoing this now. Why? Because you want to also be able to market this and promote this. In fact, we have a recognition template. This is in the Facebook group. It'll be in the boards and everything. But this is the first official. Dr. Pia Washington out here in the United States just wrapped this up and was able to sell 3 this week and then get her box for free. Why is this important? Imagine you make this flyer and then you share it on your social media. When you tell other people, I'm using these drops and I just got them for free. Who here is like me and you're a little bit cheap and you like free things, right? Tell me how to get it for free. So it helps you to start that buy-in question where they're like, how do you do it? Then you tell them, I'm glad you asked. And then you can show them how the business works. Step number 1, 3 and free. Step number 2, then move forward to what's called 10 and 2. If you average 3 new enrollments a week of customers and partners, within a month, you'll have 10 customers and 2 partners at least. You're going to make at least $500, probably more because you're in Australia and New Zealand. But what this will also do is it'll get you partners now. Who here also wants a business where you can duplicate your business? It's not just you, it's we, right? So 10 and 2 is key. So step number 2 is doing that. If you do it in a month, you're going to make at least another $500, $700. Here's the key step though. Step number 3. As you move this, you do this, you want to duplicate what you just did. So help your people do step number 1 and help them get their product for free, 3 and free. You know why that's a simple one? If I went to any single one of us or anyone in the world and asked them if there were a way to get your product that you love for free, would you be interested? They're going to be like, sure, what do I do? And then you just show them how to do that. You have many experts here to help you get customers and our system works. And step number 4, keep on repeating this. Guys, we've seen that for those that do this every month and they duplicate this every month, we have legitimately seen people get to $10,000 a month within a 6-month period. Many times we've even seen it faster. And something tells me about our Aussies and our Kiwis that you guys have a hunger in you that you might just want to do it a little bit faster. Okay. So with that said, I want to bring up another amazing partner of ours, an incredible leader. He is a legend in this profession. It's an honor to really be able to just be on the same call with this person. Many of you know him, but he is, when it comes to someone that is a servant leader and committed to the field, this guy, and of course his lovely wife, Amelia, are incredible. They don't sleep. I don't get it. And they look so good. So Dana, I want to bring you up here and I'd love for you to share some of your words on a little bit about your story, but what do you see in Australia? You've been here before. You've seen what's happened, and what do you see happening for us here as well too?
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank you, James, for just going over those details and making it so clear, right? I mean, it's just making it so simple as far as what we have to do to help people achieve that position of officer. And it's something that I know from a certainty that, as you mentioned, like this group right here, the Aussies and the Kiwis, that there's going to be so many officers coming from this group. It's already written. It's already in the making. We're just seeing it. We're just getting the paperwork out of the way, right, to make it happen. So, so excited. And for those that don't know me, I'm looking at I'm looking at all your wonderful faces, and I'm recognizing so many. Hi, Cindy and Fina. I'm seeing so many faces. Jody that I recognize. But for those who don't know me, a little bit about my background. If you don't know me, I've been in this industry for some time now.
He's also in a third world country, so he's got third world problems sometimes. So it'll be good, you know. How committed is he for that? So I'm gonna do my best Dana the Harper impersonation, but I don't know if I can because he's like too good looking, you know. So Rick and Janeane, anything you want to fill in for now?
So look, while Mr. Harper's waiting for his connection to come back, it looks like it's dropped out quite seriously. So we might just jump in and do
Yeah.
a little bit of our thoughts and reflections. Very grateful, as Dana suggested, James, for the sharing that. Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. Absolutely love that. I would urge everybody just to soak up the simplicity. Do not seek to complicate it more than what is there. Yes, there are some things within that we need to learn, but just focus on those key steps. And then if you're not certain, the little minutiae within it, ask for some support and just little bits and pieces, but work through those steps critically. We're really excited for what's happening right now in Australia, New Zealand, but also very excited about what's to come. No more or no less than the March event that we've got coming up. I guess one of the things that we're excited about is because we get the chance to hang out with a lot of great people, get to go and see some great learning and great lessons, have some wonderful experiences with other people. So an event is a huge element for us in terms of why are we in this business. So for you on here listening, if you're in that space as well, would urge you to consider seriously about really building powerfully into that event in March. Now, Mr. Harper has come back on, so I'm going to short circuit there and hand back to you, Dana.
Oh, thank you so much. I apologize. I live in a third world, so we do have real third world problems. It happens from time to time, and it may happen again. So thank you, Rick, for stepping in and helping out. So I was just basically, I think the last thing you heard, I was sharing a little bit about my background. And my point in my story of my background, many of you will get a chance to hear my story even more so later on, is that I'm definitely no one special. without a doubt. But even at a younger age, living in a country farm, I grew up on a farm, blue collar worker, no, experience in business. For some reason, I always had a dream. I always had a feeling or a dream that I didn't want to just be the average 9 to 5 worker. I didn't want to just do what everyone else was doing and, work until retirement, and then many times after that point not being in a situation where I can really enjoy my life being retired. And I said there has to be a better way. There has to be something that is better. And so when I first saw this industry, it allowed me to not only realize there was a better way, but allowed me to realize that I could dream again. And that is one of the things that I love so much about this industry, and specifically what I love about this company, PartnerCo, is because if you haven't allowed this amazing company to allow you to dream again, I'm encouraging you right now that it is okay to allow this opportunity to help you to dream again. As we get older, it's something that's common. The older we get, the less our dreams, sometimes that we had when we were younger, start to fade away. We just get caught up in the mundane routines of life. We feel like this is all there ever is, and we forget to dream again. And one of the things I loved about this company, I mean, that the values, there's 7 value pillars of the company, and you might not know them all, but I encourage you, if we're all part of PartnerCo, take time and go look at the values and understand, what is behind this company. But one of the values number 5, dream big, act now. And I love that about the company. I love the fact that both John and Darren are dreamers. They're visionaries. They allow themselves to dream big, and they encourage us to likewise dream big. So always remember what it is that you truly want, and allow yourself to think outside of the realms of possibility for yourself. Because I'm telling you that we have the vehicle. If there's anything at this time, we have it. And I don't know if all of you can feel it, but 2025, doesn't this year already feel like we're up to something big? Like something is moving and shaking. And this year is already starting off in a major way, not just from the company standpoint, but even from this team standpoint. We are on track to do some major, major things, to break records industry-wide. And this is going to mean so many of us, so many of you, achieving some of the dreams that are maybe even beyond your original expectations. So I encourage you to dream again. I encourage you to do what you need to do. Take advantage of this window of opportunity, especially between now and the event in the Gold Coast. I heard Rick mentioning and talking a little bit about it. I think he'll maybe spend a little bit more time talking about it. But I want to say that I can't wait. I know James, Becky, myself, my wife might possibly come too. She's never been to Australia. She wants to come, but we're coming. We're coming to this event because of how important this event is. And here's all I can say. If you have leaders flying from the other side of the world to come to your backyard to attend an event, that has to show you and tell you something, that there's something special about these types of events. And from what I learned, because I'm just a monkey see, monkey do. I've just literally looked at people who had success, did what they did, and I eventually had the success that they had. And one of the things I noticed is all top leaders build their business from event to event. And anytime there's a major event, they use that as like the anchor to build and work towards that main time frame, because they know what's going to happen after that event. And here's what I'll tell you. Every one of you, if you work hard between now and then, and you can build your teams and show up to that event. One of my original, Rick even probably remembers this, one of our original game plans that helped so many people achieve 6 and 7 figure incomes in this industry, that people that we worked with. And Rick and Janeane, I know they remember this. We always taught, get double digits to these events. That's your goal. Get double digits to these events. And look, and Rick, he knows if you can get double digits to the events, that's where your business will truly kick off in a major, major way. So that's your goal. That is your goal for this event. And I know every single one of you can do it. And I know every single one of you can achieve it. And that's what's on my heart. I wanted to share that. I don't want to take a lot of time today, but that's what's on my heart. And I can't wait to be there. And I wasn't sure if there's any more that, James, that you wanted me to talk about the event or anything.
I love it. I love it. There's a mission. We were talking with Rick and Janeane, and the goal is this. We're going to challenge the team with this. Rick and Janeane, let me know. Are you okay? You got a number in mind?
Definitely. Definitely. We have a big vision for this event in the Gold Coast, that we want to have 100 of our team there. We've got these leaders coming out from the US. The corporate are putting on an amazing event. I've never seen such value for the value of the ticket. It is incredible. And the venue, we went past it.
Have a sneak peek.
When we were in the Gold Coast late last year, and the venue is like incredible. So, and I know what Alana and Lindsay are working really hard on that event, and it's going to be amazing. So that's our goal for our team. We want 100 people there. So we can just see that there is so much room for growth in Australia, New Zealand.
Absolutely.
It is just incredible. So let's all work towards that. And that's why we're having this call and continuing to have these calls.
So just to pick up on that a little bit as well, there's an opportunity comes along. Sometimes opportunity knocks on the door. And those of you that have been on the planet more than 5 minutes, we've been around a long time. We've seen this to be true in so many cases. But every now and then during the course of your life, there'll be a knock on the door with an opportunity. And some of you may have a chance to reflect and think, wow, I missed that. Why didn't I? Or, regret is a fearful thing. Regret is not a healthy thing in so many ways. And so we just want to make sure that you understand right now that opportunity is knocking, and it'll move past. There'll be other things come along at some stage in the future, who knows when. But right now we have an astounding opportunity, and we believe it's incumbent, and it's why we're here at this stage in our lives to make the most of this opportunity. There are so many people that we'd like to be able to help, but we want you to be able to help yourselves and then help a lot of other people have some success with this same timing, this same opportunity. And there is no better place than the Gold Coast. I've been fortunate, we've been fortunate enough to be to quite a few events over the years, but everything we've heard from everybody in PartnerCo is that no one does events like PartnerCo does. It's on a whole other scale. So we're a little bit excited for that. And again, as Janeane mentioned, the venue, the location is just astounding. So, and also the fact, as I talked about earlier, just being able to share it with so many great people and great humans, it's a memorable experience at the very least, and life-changing potentially for us. So enough from me. Neen, I just want to mention the fact that we plan to have these calls each Saturday morning. Now, for those of you who really want to embrace, jump on. The goal is to be a 30-minute call. We're not intending to steal too much time, but just have a way to lock in and give yourself some accountability to be able to progress towards that Gold Coast event. It's an opportunity just to connect, jump on board, and we are so fortunate to have Mr. James Zheng is going to be here each week with us. Mr. Harper, I'm not sure, but from time to time, I know his lovely wife, Amelia, has suggested she'll be here and most likely next week. So we can't wait for that. She's an incredibly powerful leader as such. So just an opportunity each week to jump on and reconnect, refocus for another week, and work really seriously towards that March event. So anything you'd like to share as we...
No, I think, but we have got some amazing like the body balance challenge is happening. Like it's an amazing opportunity to get your 3 and free, because it's a great generator or lead generator for customers. So we've got that happening, and that is a really good opportunity leading into the Gold Coast as well.
And I would just like also very quickly to mention, it's wonderful to have multiple teams and legs, lines of business that have come together here. It's not just our organisation. So we're so grateful for FINA and everybody to be able to come together. We firmly believe in the rising tide lifts all ships. And so we want everybody to be successful across the whole spectrum of Partner Co. and indeed humanity. We want success for everybody. And so the more we can do that together and the more we can support each other, we're very much looking forward to being able to do that as a group. And together, let's blow up the Gold Coast, metaphorically, in March. And so without further ado, I might just hand back to you, Mr. Zheng. Love to for you to close it out, James. Any final thoughts you have? Appreciate it.
Thank you. Man, how's everyone feeling? When you're in the presence of Rick and Janeane and Dana, Harper, you can't help but to be buzzing and excited and uplifted and everything. So very proud of you. I'm curious, who here is down to be a part of that 100-person vision at Gold Coast? Put a 100 in the comments or give me a wave. Huge. You need to start right now. It's literally right around the corner. So the first part is, if you don't have your ticket yet, you got to go get your ticket. So be sure to grab that. It's on March 13th to 15th. And just what's like $250 or something like that, whatever it is. I will say, Fina put in the chat. Yes, it is true. I will say that Aussies and Kiwis put on, I'd rather go to an Aussie and Kiwi Partner Co event. Partner Co around the world is amazing. But when you do it Aussie and Kiwi style, I had the most fun. It's going to be, Dana, you're going to love it, man. It's like, I'm already getting hungry because you have like afternoon tea and more. We don't have that here. It's like so much fun. And it's going to be incredible. And I already know what's lined up is going to be fun. All right. So you want to make sure you go there. You want to make sure you grow there. I want to take on, who here is going to take down what Dana said, what Mr. Harper said, the double-digit challenge to bring to the event. I want to stretch us on that, right? Like imagine 10 people at that event from your team. I want to explode this whole thing, right? Like that's a major, major thing. And final thing is I want to give you guys a little bit of a gift. Some of you saw this. Who here had the opportunity to be with us live on this John Wadsworth call the other day, right? Give me a wave or throw something in the chat below. So many of you, I want to applaud you because for Aussies and Kiwis, it was super early, 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning, but you were on there, so many of you. Well, we discussed with the leadership today, it was a qualifier only call, but we asked because it was so good. You walk out of there, if you want to get to 100 plus, we want to do 100 plus at this event, you need to walk out with strong conviction and belief where you can run through a brick wall with this. Well, we got approval by all the leaders that we're going to allow this available for everybody to view. And actually, it's a prospecting call. If you bring a business prospect to see that call and they actually watch it, they're going to be on fire for what this is happening. So it's already in the Wellness 360 group. I'll also paste it here as well, too. It's in the group chats as well. So homework for this weekend, if you haven't watched it, review that and take a look at that. All right. So other than that, everyone, can't wait to see you next week. We're so proud of every single one of you. Feel free to meet yourself. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.